Episode 4, A Trap Within a Trap, Extended Recap. Episode 4 of Loner Life in Another World, titled A Trap Within a Trap, takes viewers on an intense journey into Haruka's evolving world, where survival instincts, fragile alliances, and the ever-present threat of danger come to the forefront. This episode deepens the storyline, placing significant emphasis on Haruka's personal struggles with isolation and the mounting tension between his group of classmates and the delinquent faction led by Akira. Additionally, the introduction of the dungeon serves as both a literal and metaphorical challenge for the characters, testing their endurance, trust, and mental resilience. Haruka struggles with isolation, the curse of the loner skill. As the title suggests, Haruka's loner nature remains a central theme. His powerful loner skill, which grants him a unique set of abilities, also isolates him in a world where cooperation is key to survival. This duality of his skill is fully explored in this episode, revealing both the strength it provides and the emotional toll it takes on him. At the core of Haruka's isolation is his unwillingness to fully trust others. While he is more than capable of handling threats on his own, this independence has become a source of frustration for him. Episode 4 brilliantly portrays Haruka's internal struggle. Though he prefers solitude, there are moments when he craves companionship, longing for a sense of normalcy and camaraderie that he once had in the real world. These moments of vulnerability add layers to his character, revealing that his detachment is not simply about strength, but also a defense mechanism against emotional pain. Viewers also see glimpses of Haruka's past life, hints of bullying and betrayal that shaped his current personality. These flashbacks provide context for why Haruka has built walls around himself, and why he views trusting others as a weakness. Yet, despite his reluctance, small cracks in his emotional armor begin to show, especially when he sees his classmates struggling. The rise of the delinquents, tension mounts. A significant portion of the episode is dedicated to the rising conflict between Haruka's group and the delinquent faction, led by Akira. The delinquents have grown increasingly bold and violent, preying on the weaker students for resources and asserting their dominance through force. Akira's leadership style is based on fear and intimidation, with the group adopting a survival of the fittest mindset. Episode 4 gives Akira more screen time, showcasing him as a cunning and ruthless leader. He uses the fear of the unknown and the chaos of their new world to manipulate those around him, thriving in this anarchic environment. Akira's gang is more than just a physical threat, they represent the moral decay and abandonment of societal norms that can emerge in extreme situations. As tensions rise, Haruka's group begins to contemplate the idea of direct confrontation. However, this isn't just a simple clash between two factions, there's a deeper battle brewing. Haruka finds himself in a unique position. While he can easily defend himself from the delinquents, stepping in would reveal the true extent of his powers and could make him a target. Thus, the episode showcases a psychological game, a trap within a trap, where each faction is carefully watching the other, waiting for someone to make the first mistake. The evolution of friendship, cracks in the loner shell. Despite Haruka's preference for solitude, this episode highlights the importance of connection and trust in their fight for survival. Some of his classmates begin to reach out to him, recognizing that while Haruka may be distant, his strength and intelligence could be their only lifeline. One of the standout moments in the episode is a heart-to-heart between Haruka and Shizuka, one of the quieter members of the group. Shizuka, despite her own fears and uncertainties, manages to break through Haruka's emotional barriers, subtly drawing him into the group's decision-making process. Her character adds an element of warmth and understanding to the episode, acting as a counterbalance to Haruka's colder demeanor. This slow build of trust between Haruka and Shizuka symbolizes the small steps Haruka is taking toward forming real relationships, even if he isn't fully aware of it yet. The power of friendship and teamwork also becomes a theme as the group begins to strategize their next moves. This is juxtaposed with the growing sense of unease within the group, as they realize they can't all be trusted. Loyalties are tested, and whispers of betrayal begin to circulate, as the pressure to survive becomes more palpable. The dungeon, a symbol of the unknown. The dungeon introduced in Episode 4 is more than just a setting for the characters' exploration. It is a manifestation of their fears and the unknown dangers that lurk in this world. Venturing into the dungeon becomes a turning point for Haruka and his group, forcing them to work together in ways they hadn't before. The dungeon is shrouded in mystery, and its dark, labyrinthine corridors create an atmosphere of foreboding. Traps, hidden monsters, and powerful treasures lie within, challenging not just the group's physical capabilities, but their mental resolve as well. The unpredictability of the dungeon mirrors the unpredictability of the world they now live in, where danger is ever present and survival is never guaranteed. Throughout the episode, the dungeon serves as a metaphor for Haruka's own internal struggles. Just as the group must face the challenges of the dungeon, Haruka must confront his own demons, his isolation, his fear of betrayal, and his reluctance to trust others. Themes of isolation and survival, the harsh realities of their new world. The themes of isolation and survival continue to drive the narrative forward in this episode. While the group's survival depends on their ability to work together, each member carries their own baggage, their own fears, and their own reasons for being in this world. Haruka's loner status is both a blessing and a curse, allowing him to maintain his autonomy but also keeping him from fully integrating into the group. The episode also emphasizes the darker side of human nature. As resources dwindle and the stakes rise, Haruka's classmates are forced to confront their own moral boundaries. What will they sacrifice to stay alive? What compromises are they willing to make? These questions hang heavy in the air, as viewers are given deeper insight into his psyche and the inner conflict that defines him. With the stage set for future confrontations and the introduction of the perilous dungeon, the series continues to build toward an explosive climax. Episode 4 leaves viewers on edge, eager to see how Haruka and his classmates will navigate the dangers ahead, both within the dungeon and among themselves.